You know, you say after a short meal break, I'm sure the people at home have had many meal breaks, or not, depending on if you're binge watching this series. I don't know, you do you. I've had about 5 days worth of food, give or take. Anyway, hey there guys, my name is Nix, and welcome back to Steins Gate. Last time, Daru went and hacked into CERN, and now we're gonna just actually see if we can see anything that's a bit shifty in there. Anyway, after a short meal break, Daru taps on his keyboard more nimbly than before. The question is who this password belongs to. What is that? I went into CERN's database and got a data table. From there, I focused on people with simple passwords like 11111111 and ABCDEFGH to get my hands on an ID. It'd be awesome if this turns out to be the server's admin logon, but I don't think we're that lucky. In Japanese, please? Same. Basically, if this is CERN's admin password, we can taste every inch of CERN's luscious flesh. But if it's just an ordinary researcher's password, then we can only see CERN's boobs. Daru-kun! That's naughty! Quite the erotic examples. Basically, you mean there'll be limits to what information we can access. Exactly. Anyway, it's only a matter of time before I get a server admin password. Let's save that for later. I'm really sleepy now. It would be cruel to push Daru any further. It's unfortunate, but overworking him isn't an option. Let's let him rest so he can regain his energy. Oh, looks like our ID belongs to an accelerated division chief. So it's not a server admin. It would take a miracle to get one on our first try. How many staff members do you think CERN has? How many? Over 6,000. That many? Well, for now, let's just look at this accelerated division chief. His name is Jack. Let's look at his email log. And of course, the emails come up in English. Oh no! This makes Mayushi's head hurt! It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English. Daru, what does that say? Need to translate it. This is a job for Dr. Excite! Nah, I've got a better idea. Daru boots up translation software and auto-translates to the open page. Poor and natural Japanese shows up. The first line says, Happy New Year. Looks like a New Year's greeting. Something about going on vacation in Spain. Lucky bastard. That email's normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. If we keep scouring the log like this, we can also identify the server manager. You know, looking through someone else's mail without permission makes me feel really guilty. Mary gets depressed and moves away from the computer. She sits on the sofa and hugs her giant Upa cushion with a sigh. I know we're doing something socially unacceptable. However, I abandoned guilt when I chose the path of evil long ago! Let the responsibility be mine. I will not ask you to answer for my crimes. What a guy. I let Ocarina do me in the butt. I decline your offer. Now get peeking, Daru. Ocarina, you're bad. You make my Yushi sad. That's of no concern to me. You just sit there and pretend your hands are clean. Upon further examination, we discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. In English, naturally. Looks like he sent emails like these almost daily. LHC experiment reports. This could be a hint about time machines in there. We should try reading them. This is definitely a crime, though. That's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. What comes up is an untangible series of symbols. This is encrypted. Of course it isn't that simple. Well, cracking this should be a piece of cake. Nice, super hacker. He's a genius, no doubt. Daru undoes the security in less than 10 minutes. The real time sink is deciphering the crappy machine translation. Translated into proper Japanese, it's... Hi, Paul. Hi, Paul. The acting is completely unnecessary. Uploaded today's data to the server. The LHC is performing admirably. Can't say the same about the rest, though. This baby's fickle as a cat, but it was unsurprisingly obedient this month. It'd be great if it stayed like this forever. But don't you think this work is unrewarding? This kitten, this 27-kilometer long kitten, has been in operation for 9 years. Our research will change the course of history, yet only a small group of people are allowed to see it. Of course, if this were ever officially released, it would be one hell of a scandal. People will probably say something like, call Robert Zemeckliff? Yeah. Call Robert Zemeckliff to CERN right away. He could build it in less than a year. 9 years? Dara finished reading. I rubbed my temples with my thumbs. Calm down, let's sort some things out. Do you think there were any translation errors in that email? Did Dara notice something unnatural too? He's not joking like he usually does. If you trust the translation software, then that's what it says. Japanese is strange in places though. That doesn't make sense. I thought the LHC was put into operation in around spring last year. But this email makes it sound like it's been in operation for 9 years. That is strange. The email's send date is this year, 2010. So 9 years ago makes it 2001. John Taito posted on @channel yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded in creating micro black holes. I gulp. If you read between the lines of this email, it sounds like they're doing some sort of secret experiment. Also, Robert Zemeckliff is a super famous Hollywood movie director. He directed the trilogy of smash hit time travel movies about 20 years ago. I groan. No way. Was I right? CERN's hiding a major secret from the world. And it's related to time travel? Keep looking, Daru. Search for anything related to time machine research. Seriously? I don't know if Daru is questioning my order or the possibility that CERN might be researching time travel. Either way, he begins tapping on the keyboard again. There aren't any emails with the phrase time machine in them. But the phrase Z program was used hundreds of times in the past few months. Do you think it could be about the current LHC experiments? What is it specifically? Black hole formation experiments? Let's try looking for a document. Ah, this one. Dara opens a PDF attachment. Oh, looks like this is top secret stuff from France, England, and Holland. Government secrets? Says not even a government organization, so why? Wait, should we be looking at this stuff? We might be in a little deep here. I don't care. Give me details. Hold on. If we get caught, we're not getting off with an apology. Are you so incompetent to let yourself be traced? I took the necessary precautions. And I fail to see the problem. Well, thanks. Dara makes a slightly awkward face as he takes the file about the Z program and feeds it into a translation software. May 14th, 37th Dead Program Experiment Report. Because we have already succeeded in creating mini black holes, the report is omitted. First... Stop! All of a sudden, Taito's prediction became a reality. So CERN did use the LHC to generate mini black holes. But they announced that their experiment still hadn't succeeded, so why? This is what Taito was referring to when he posted, "Don't believe what they say." The goal of the experiment wasn't even to generate mini black holes. It's to create new elementary particle reactions. Dara doesn't take his wide eyes off the monitor. But in reality, they're already generating those mini black holes. Sure does seem like it. What does it say next? Results error. Human is dead. Mismatch. For details, consult Jellyman's report number 14. We propose that further experiments be halted until the lifter is perfected, and all local field We propose that further experiments be halted in the until the lifter is perfected, and all local field conformity points are online. What does that mean? Human is dead means somebody died, right? What? Somebody died? Seriously? I groan. This isn't a joke anymore. Something very serious is going on here. Maybe we are in too deep. What if we are? I'm not afraid. I'm not! After all, I am the insane mad scientist, Hyoin Kyoma. We can't stop now. I can't control my curiosity. Besides, now that I have proof of their evil deeds, ignoring it would just leave a bad taste in my mouth. My throat's gone dry. I swallow my saliva. In an attempt to keep whatever composure I can, I scorn myself for being so faint of heart. What is this Jellyman's report? Dara starts typing once I ask my question, but he soon clicks his tongue. If I can't find it in Jack's email, we'll need an account with more privileges. And we'll save that for next time. Search for something related to time machines. You know we're not gonna find anything, right? After that, Dara spends about 15 minutes fishing through the Accelerated Division Chief's email, but he doesn't find anything about time machines. Words like Accelerated Terminal Technical Committee and LHC Project Lead came up, so I guess we should look for an ID from there. Maybe we can get more information. You can't look it up with the ID you have? Dara shakes his head. Well, I guess let's call it a day. By the way, what we just saw was CERN's biggest server, but I also found a strange database on the network. Strange how? It was buggy. Buggy? I mean, it was full of some kind of code. But the code was gibberish. Utterly impossible to decode, thank you very much. Could it be encrypted? Not by any algorithm I've ever seen. It wouldn't even work as a program. It just bothers me. Why would they have a database that nobody could ever use? That is strange. I'll see what I can find out. Dara tries every trick in the book to crack that mystery database. But after about an hour, the pistons for his fingers begin speeding up. Eventually, he just slams the keyboard out of frustration. I don't get it! I don't get it at all! You call this a program, dumbass? Go to hell! Oh great, he snapped.
I think you should stop.
Mary puts down her sewing tools and turns to Dara with a worried look on her face. My head is spinning. I can't take it anymore. This is bad. Dara's breaking down. Maybe I'm pushing him too far. He's been up 2 days straight. He's probably at his limit. Good work. Go rest, Daru. Yeah, I'll do that. Anyway, even if it isn't a bug but an actual program, the only guys who made it could understand it. I've never seen anything like it. I need my IBM 5100, don't I? That's probably what this is for. A program unlike anything he's seen. In that moment, music bursts from my pocket. It's fucking Shining Finger, isn't it? Oh no, it's John Titor. If everything he wrote is true, then we have a lot to talk about, particularly concerning the IBM 5100's hidden functionality, which I have not mentioned to anybody yet. I am indeed surprised that you know about it. However, I have not gone to the year 2000, though it is possible that I may go there later. There are 3 possible explanations. First, the John Titor who appeared in 2000 is my future self. In other words, I go to 2000 later and write about the things that you would have told me. But that would cause a chicken and egg paradox, wouldn't it? Second, you're delusional or making things up. For the sake of serious discussion, let's set this possibility aside. Third, you may have seen something I wrote on a different world line. That would mean that 10 years ago you existed on a different world line than the one we're on now. However, that raises another issue. When the world line changes, the entire timeline is reconstructed from past to future in order to prevent a paradox from occurring. That was proven in 2036. In other words, it should be impossible for you to retain memories of previous world line. Unless you too are in a time traveler, that is. Do you have any idea what the cause could be? I gulp. A flash runs through my head like an electric shock. It's quite a bit of text, but what catches my eye are the first several lines. Of course. Everything's falling into place.
What you talking about?
Mary looks at me curiously, but I don't have time to answer her. I'm frantically assembling the pieces in my head. John Titor. CERN. The time machine. These things are all connected. And now I have another piece of the puzzle. I shiver at my own brilliance. And at my voice crack. Daru, I think I know how we can read that program. Seriously? How? I aimed my phone's camera at the screen displaying the supposedly bugged data and take a picture. I attach it to the message. Does this code look familiar? And send it to Taita. Mysterious database inside CERN. A program unlike anything a super hacker Daru has ever seen. Its true form is... My hunch is correct. John Taita should know. What? There's no way. Say what you like. We'll know soon enough. We wait for Taita's reply. Though it's only been a few minutes, it feels like an eternity to me. It's here! I quickly open the email. That's written in proprietary IBM programming language used prior to 1975. You can only decipher it with an IBM 5100. And its contents are enough to raise goosebumps on my entire body. Just as I suspected. Huh? I was right, Daru. I know where that data came from. An IBM 5100? The retro PC has a certain special function. In fact, for more than 25 years after it went to the market in 1975, no one knew about it save a few IBM engineers. The function was first brought to light by the John Taita who appeared back in 2000. A while after Taita posted about it, an actual IBM engineer admitted to the hidden function's existence. Which reminds me, I talked to Suzuha about this only yesterday.
We can also decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Is that surprising? Now it's a dead programming language, undecipherable with an IBM 5100.
What an incredible coincidence! Yeah, I still think she's Taita. A prime example of synchronicity at work. I think I mispronounced that. Just move my mic closer to me so I don't have to project as much. It's almost like an almighty will is pulling the strings. No. No, I say! This discovery of ours was inevitable from the start. But this is the choice of Steins Gate. Wait, so CERN is an IBM 5100 database? Those machines aren't compatible with any modern software. Why would they do something like that? Answer me this. What is the best way to secure a machine against external cracking? Well, make it a standalone, of course. Daru quickly catches on to the intent of my question. If only IBM 5100s can read it, I guess that's kind of standalone. Which means that CERN's keeping their most important secrets hidden there. How'd you know about that hidden function anyway? It is recorded in my brain's extensive Index Librorum? Index Librorum I don't fucking know. Index Librorum Prohibitorum. That wasn't as hard as I gave it credit for. Taito said it himself 10 years ago, but Daru wouldn't believe me if I ever told him the truth. Very original. I ignored Daru's retort. Mayuri! We have important matters to discuss! Assemble!
I can hear you fine from here.
Mayuri's sewing. She doesn't get off the sofa. Doesn't matter whether you can hear me or not. This meeting concerns the fate of the future gadget laboratory. Nay, the fate of mankind. So I want this to feel more secretive, like we're scheming or something. It's important that we stay close and monitor and exchange dramatic lines. The atmosphere right now is too light. It's all Mayuri's fault.
Mayushi won't participate in your evil schemes.
Well, I can't have everything my way. Listen, you two! Henceforth, the future gadget laboratory shall begin emergency top secret operations! This shall be the first stage of our war against the dark powers that manipulate the world from the shadows. Our enemy is CERN, a scientific institute engaged in the most evil research imaginable. Oh, Corinne, you're too loud, and I've been up all night. Crap, I guess I am being too loud. That kind of ruins the whole secretive feeling. And the window's open too. If Suzuru's down below, I'm sure she can hear everything. So I turn it down a notch. Understand? The world has no need for two mad scientists. Before they can get ahead of us, we must outwit them. Who are they? You know. Them.
Mayushi doesn't get it at all.
Basically, we must obtain the Phantom Retro PC. The IBM 5100. Said to be located somewhere in Akiba. I make a magnificent declaration, but Dara just rubs his eyes, and Mayuri returns to her needlework. Damn it. So anything you guys won't react to? We've uncovered a massive conspiracy here. How come you aren't excited? I'll pass on the search. I'm seriously tired. Besides, I want to keep combing CERN's server. That's true. Well, you're the only one who can do that, Daru, so I'll leave it to you. So, the IBM 5100 investigation squad shall consist of Mayuri and me.
I can't.
Mayushi makes an apologetic face.
I have to make costumes, and I have work too.
So basically you two are telling me this. I'm the only one with free time. Fine. I'll manage alone somehow. It's useless to try and stop me. Understood?
Are you going to do something bad again?
Nah, he's all talk. I leave my useless comrades behind and stride gallantly out the lab. I step out into the street. Immediately, a bicycle skids to a stop in front of me.
Hiya, Wakabe Rintaro.
Suzuha gets off her bicycle and gives me a strange greeting. I wanted to ask her, are you an American or something? But I'm distracted by her shiny bicycle. It's the same bicycle that was in front of the Brawn Tube workshop yesterday. I guess it belongs to her. I wonder how much that set her back. I mean, it does look pretty expensive. Pretty nice technique there.
Bikes are fun, aren't they? I've never ridden one before coming here.
You've never ridden a bicycle?
Nope. I have ridden motorcycles before, though.
Isn't that backwards? Weird girl. What's with that flashy braking back there? I think it's pretty dangerous if she did all that through the town. Beginners get cocky and get into accidents. You see that pattern all the time. Oh, hello, text. Faris!
But the fallen angel, FES.
That's not a Persona thing? Okay.
But the fallen angel, FES, prophesies his resurrection in her song. Especially...
Okay, it's really fucking difficult to read when the words go on to different lines. That I'm just having problems reading tonight, apparently.
Esoteric Chokan, yeah. This song is the cat's meow. I found a copy of the album she put out back in her indie days. I had to pay for it. I had to pay through the whiskers for it. And it faithfully decoded each song of prophecy regarding Judgment Day, yeah.
Song's metal as fuck. Can I use that? Or I can. Yeah, that's the metal as fuck one. I'm having that as my ringtone. If we're going at full speed, at least wear a helmet. Going to work now?
Yep!
Brawn Tube's workshop shutters are open, but the shop itself never opens until around 11 or 12. I don't know exactly when, it seems to change with Mr. Braun's mood. I need some water before I try and do any more high-pitched women's voices. Give me a minute. God, I really hope I'm not coming down with a cold or something, because both games I've decided to let's play at this current moment need me to be able to read and, like, use words and not sound sick. I mean, most things require me to use words, but you know what I mean. That's perfect. There's something we need to talk about.
Huh? I need to get the shop ready for business.
What does this crumbly old Brawn Tube workshop need to get ready?
Nothing really. Jeez. I just mindlessly sweep the front of the shop. Clean inside, the boss gets angry. Everything's where it needs to be, he says.
So he's paying for her not to clean. Something's wrong with that guy. So hear me out then.
But I'm so tired.
In other words, she doesn't feel like talking. I glare at her. You would be unwise to anger me.
Does it have to be right now?
My glare is not very effective. She doesn't falter at all. But I still maintain my stern expression and nod.
Then go ahead.
Suzuha shrugs her shoulders as she locks her bicycle, and she turns to me.
Keep it short, okay?
Where's the IBM 5100?
No intel yet.
What?
I don't know.
Oh. But by the way you talked about it yesterday, it sure sounded like you knew.
No, I know someone who knows.
Then take me to them. I won't take no for an answer. Refuse and I'll show you a living hell.
I can't.
Come on. I even said I'd show you a living hell.
I can't introduce you even if I wanted to.
What do you mean? Don't tell me they're an imaginary.
They've been dead for years.
I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm okay. Anyway, there's nothing I can tell you. Honestly, I'm hoping you can tell me something.
Suzuha pats me on the shoulder. Funny. You'd think I'm the one who's supposed to cheer her up. Just then Mr. Braun opens the door and makes his appearance. Hey, part-timer! It's only your third day and you're late?
Sorry, boss. The streets were a little crowded this morning.
If you're not gonna take this seriously, I can always give you the boot. Here. As for you, Okabe, don't you lay a finger on my part-timer. Aren't you the lecherous one here, Mr. Braun? Why, you... Just try saying something like that in front of me. Nah, I'll murder you. Gotta keep my honor as a father. Besides, I ain't got no use for a skinny kid like her.
What was that? Take that back, boss.
Suzuha's actually mad now. What? You mad?
I'm not a kid. I'm a warrior.
Ha! What are you talking about? Suzuha's burning passion has the manager shocked. I, on the other hand, am impressed. On impulse, I take Suzuha's hand and grasp it firmly. I like the look in your eyes, part-time warrior. They shine with the radiance of the beast unseen in modern men. Never forget those eyes. those, never forget those eyes of yours, and you shall truly change class from part-time warrior to true warrior.
But I'm already a warrior.
Stay diligent in your training, and you shall have a place at my side on the field of Ragnarok.
Ragnarok?
Suzuha looks confused.
What's that?
The final battle against CERN.
You've got something like that planned? Get me in if you do, but I've never heard of it.
Of course you haven't. This is the first time I've revealed it, for I shall be the one to initiate Ragnarok, and the world shall be reborn!
Wow, you sure are brave, Okabe Rintaro. You'll probably fail, but I like your spirit. I wish my comrades were as spirited as you are.
Apparently, Suzuha has comrades. I'd like her to introduce me. That way I can form my personal army, the Phoenix Crusaders. Wait a sec. What does she assume I'll fail at Ragnarok? Looks like I'll need to instill the fear of Hyo and Kyoma into this girl. Why does my store attract nothing but weirdos? Damn. Whatever, part-timer, just come inside.
Coming! Later, Okabe Rintaro!
Suzuha waves and winks at me as she heads inside the store.
Later, Okarin!
Then Mayuri comes down the stairs, passing Suzuha. So you're going to help me search after all? That's a lab mem spirit.
Oh, no, that's not it. I was thinking about buying lunch.
She really is a glutton. It's not even lunchtime yet. So, where do you plan to go?
What to eat?
Mayuri places her finger on her bottom lip in thought as she walks.
Sambo's meatball sounds pretty good.
This tiny high school girl truly has guts to enter Sabo alone. That place isn't like the chain restaurants with their colourful menus and brightly lit interiors. First timers are often cowed by the old school atmosphere. Cowed? Code? I don't know. Plus, the clientele is almost exclusively male, but Mayuri doesn't care. She just sits there shoulder to shoulder with students and salarymen, smiling as she eats her beef bowl. Meanwhile, the Sambists, regular Sambo customers, are posting comments online like, "The goddess has arrived," or "Goddess for the win." She is their goddess. Sambo isn't open this I tried to warn her, but Mayuri is no longer there. She's gone. Mayuri disappears like this every so often. And each time she does, I wonder for one terrible second if she really vanished from the world. I look around to see Mayuri standing at a distance. She's gazing up at the sky through the buildings. Here we go again. She's stopped in the middle of the street, so other pedestrians look at her, wondering what she's doing. But she doesn't notice their stares. She slowly reaches out to the sky as if entranced. And then she freezes in that position. This is one of Mayuri's habits. I call it Stardust Handshake. Mayuri says that she liked looking at the night sky ever since she was little. Her reason is romantic, or perhaps childish.
I feel like I can reach the stars.
When I asked her about it one day, she just smiled and gave that answer. At first she only reached out to the night sky, but lately she's been doing it without regard to the time of day. Like now, even when she's walking and talking with someone, something inside her just seems to switch on. Honestly, it's a little crazy. It's too early for stars, Mayuri. I walk up to Mayuri and call out to her. She slowly lowers her hand with a blank smile on her face.
Did you know? Even during the day, the stars are still up there.
Getting philosophical is nice and all, but it's dangerous to stop in the middle of the street.
That's true. Oh! Just now when I was looking at the stars, I decided what to have ramen for lunch today.
Are ramen and stars even related? Mary's mind works in mysterious ways. I know I said I'd search for the IBM 5100, but I have no idea where to start. I spent about an hour in an internet cafe searching for information, but turned up nothing. I buy some mango juice with tapioca from a juice stand inside Yodobashi. I lose myself in thought as I drink it. It's Saturday, so it's starting to get crowded in front of the station. Some maids are distributing leaflets to the people coming out. I know Dara is well acquainted with retro PCs, but is there anyone else? Oh yeah, Shining Finger's obsessed with the IBM 5100, wasn't she? I'm really reluctant to contact that male demon though. But ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in the balance. But I decide not to bother. I finished my drink and wandered towards Chuodori. I'm gonna find her anyway, probably. Then comes an email, almost as if on cue. Hey, of course it's her.
Will you get back to me already? Moeka.
It's like she can read my mind. I instinctively scanned the area, searching for that gloomy woman in the crowd. No sign of her tailing me. Oh well, guess I'll send her a reply. I don't know Shining Finger's phone number, so I'll just send her an email for the time being. In the email, I asked to call her and include my phone number. Now I just have to wait for her response. And there it is! That's a quick reply. But I asked her to call, so why did she reply by email? Wait, she wants it by email? Finally contacted me. I don't like talking on the phone, so let's exchange emails instead. Please, Moeka. There's a lot to cover. I'd rather not have to type it all out. I need to find out her phone number. Give me your phone number along with any information you have on the IBM 5100. And send. I look up after finishing my email to see a huge crowd of people in front of Radicon. Guess the satellite is still a big deal. The media presence hasn't died down since the day of the crash either. Radicon is still closed. And of course, the satellite is still there. Not 30 seconds pass before I get a reply. As I'm about to look down and read the email, I catch a sight of a familiar face in the crowd.
Oh.
Ah. Well, if it isn't my assistant, what are you doing here?
Hey, when did I become your assistant?
She looks like she'll snap at me, so to dampen her spirit, I go back to checking my email. What's wrong with this woman? I told her to tell me her phone number, she just ignored me. She doesn't even have any information. How useless can you be?
Why are you glaring at me?
Don't worry about it. You're not the cause of my frustration.
Oh, so you're just raging. Don't glare at me.
You glared at me before, haven't you?
That's because you kept doing pervy... no, I'm not saying anything.
Another one? Tell me the super hacker's address. I want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. What do you mean, tell me the super hacker's address? You're making fun of me with that music note. You're not getting anything from me. Anyway, why does she need me to send two... Why does she need to send me two short consecutive emails? I mean, she might as well just combine them into one.
Are the emails you're getting really that unpleasant?
They're more unreasonable than unpleasant. can't quite describe it in one word. Stop sending me all these short emails. I'm begging you, just gather your thoughts and send everything together. I feel a little satisfied after sending that email. I turn to Kurisu again. So, Christina, what brings you here?
If you're gonna keep calling me names, could you at least be consistent? Anyway, my business here doesn't concern you.
Why are you pouting?
I'm not pouting. I just don't want to get involved in your silly games again.
Nonsense. You're already a lab mem. You have a duty to work for the benefit of the lab. Well, she is only a temporary member. Now, it's because she's a temporary member that we need to get as much out of her as we can.
I regret losing myself to curiosity back then.
Kurisu sighs and looks up at the satellite. We're not alone. Several other people are standing here and looking up. It's Akiba's latest tourist attraction. Did you come to see the satellite?
I guess. Doesn't make sense. Normally they calculate satellites orbit so they burn up in the atmosphere when they fall. So how can that thing be in such perfect condition?
And that's to say nothing about how the huge hole it punched in the building. The satellite's that durable? Where's this satellite from anyway?
I still don't know. Rumors say it's from the former Soviet Union, but Russia denies it. So it looks like they can't remove it yet.
I'm no expert. Russia would deny anything. 3 days have passed and it's still unknown. How interesting. I smell a conspiracy. So it's another organization cover-up! They knew I'd be a Radicon and tried to erase me.
Organization? What's that?
The organization is the organization. Its formal name is something else, but all those who know of its existence call it the organization out of fear. They rule the whole world from the shadows, transcending nations with politics, economics, religion, even science in their clutches.
That's obviously a crack-up conspiracy. Thank you very much.
Kurisu hangs her head and blushes for some reason. What's wrong?
Nothing. Really nothing, okay? Say another word and I'll hit you.
Crazy girl. She was about to make the same reference that Daru has, but like, she stopped herself, I'm pretty sure. Are you a weeb? Are you embarrassed about being a weeb, Kurisu?
Anyway, what happened with the phone wave?
I thought you didn't want to get involved. And it's not the phone wave, it's the phone wave, name subject to change.
Just answer me. Have you learned anything?
No progress. We tried repeating the experiment, but at present we haven't been able to reproduce the discharge phenomenon or send another email to the past.
I see.
Another email. Damn you, Shining Finger. Said not to send so many short emails, but she doesn't seem to get it. What's that is a text and a half, isn't it?
Is that being annoying? I'm sorry. But I really need information on the IBM 5100.
That's more Luca's voice than Moeka. It's because I'm not leaving the pauses in.
And you're the only lead I have right now. I'm relying on you, Okabe-kun. I swear I won't send any more short mails, so please don't abandon me. I need you to help me look for an IBM 5100. I promise to let you know as soon as I learn something, so let's work together, okay? Moeka.
Looks like she's rethinking things. Hopefully I don't have to worry about any more email assaults.
Hello? Can you put your phone away while we're talking with someone?
Don't be like that. Rather, you should praise me, for I have taught a foul male demon to behave like a civilized human being.
you so pompous?
I ask you the same thing, Christina. Okay, let's send a reply. Apology accepted. I'm looking for an IBM 5100 too. I agree that we should exchange some information. I'll let you know when I have something. You don't need to reply to this mail. I type that out and send it.
You done with your little mail exchange? Hyoin-san?
Oh, so you remember my true name. Indeed, I am Hyoin Kiyoma.
I was being facetious.
How was that facetious? You called me by my correct name. You made no mistake. You're a good assistant.
Okabe-san, have you sought professional help?
I am not Okabe!
This is exhausting.
So, about the phone wave, name subject to change. After the experiment, you screamed something like, a time machine, it can't be. Did something awaken a past trauma?
No, not gonna make you one up either.
Back when she was 5 years old, Christina was on the plains of Arkansas when lightning...
I wasn't hit by lightning. I was still living in Japan when I was 5. Why Arkansas?
I was trying to imagine a tranquil scenery, and the first state that came to my mind was Arkansas. Second was Oregon.
Not Utah? I mean, relatively speaking, isn't Utah more suitable?
Then answer me, Christina! Why did you freak out back there?
No reason. I simply didn't want to believe. Fringe science should stay in the realm of fiction.
Fringe science? Don't be ridiculous! You saw it with your own eyes. You saw the email leap to the past. You saw the banana travel instantly through space.
I saw... We were missing something. Or maybe we were just seeing what we want to see. Remember what I said at ADF? Time machines are just a pipe dream given modern technology. And yet a bunch of amateurs like you can just stick a phone to a microwave together and expect a time travel to occur? It's ridiculous.
But it did occur! Will you deny what you saw with your own eyes? Are you saying that theories trump reality? And I hope you enjoy sophistry. And I hope you enjoy sophistry and word games, because that's all you'll ever have.
What do you mean, word games?
Quantum theory, for example. If you ask me, theories like that are nothing but word games.
Wait, are you rejecting modern physics? Who do you think you are?
Trust what you see. The only things that matter are things that happen. Things that don't happen, things that aren't observed, are just hypotheses.
When hypotheses pile up, theories are verified. They become reality. That's how modern physics comes to understand the truth of the universe.
But sometimes your hypotheses are mistaken. Even Einstein was wrong about some things.
So you're going to do nothing just because you could be wrong? And enjoy your dirty little lab and your silly gadgets, because that's all you'll ever have. You'll never reach the truth that way. Failure teaches success.
I see. Nice rebuttal.
You're never getting off that high horse, are you?
By the way, Christina, I've always felt that physicists are hypocrites.
What?
There are phenomena that everyone knows. Occur in reality, but which physicists refuse to research? What do you think about that?
I don't know what to say unless you can give me some examples.
Ghosts, for example.
The occult? Really?
You refuse to research it just because it's the occult. That contradicts what you just said. You'll never reach the truth that way. People have seen ghosts. There is even photographic evidence. So where are the theories? Why do physicists refuse to speak?
It's a different field of study.
You can't call physics the study of natural phenomena, then decide some things that don't count.
True, but
And that's why we must investigate the phenomena of sending emails to the past. And you shall assist me!
no.
Kurisu gives me a clear-cut answer, along with her usual glare. So the genius girl really does hate me.
I won't have a hand in your fringe science. I won't make the same mistake my father did.
Your father?
You made a fine argument, but it won't work in the scientific community. The day you decide to research time travel is the day you're out of a job.
How can you be so certain?
Because that's what happened to my father.
Kurisu grimaces.
My father, a physicist, loved time machines. He was so fascinated by Wells, the time machine, that he studied time travel. But because of his obsession, he was practically exiled from the scientific community. I'll never get involved with time travel research.
This time of sheer force of will gives me pause. I think she's really pissed. I may have stepped on a landmine here. What do I do? If I get her any angrier, she might seriously hit me. Let's calm her down a little. Yeah, let's do that. But what should I say?
I'm sorry. I got emotional.
She apologizes first. Christina's calm character saves me. Don't worry about it. I wanted to test your character, so I made you angry on purpose.
Huh? Yeah, anyway, the phone wave isn't a time machine. Email is a man-made system, so its phenomena should be explainable in the scope of that system.
I understand. I have no idea you hate time machines that much. It's almost like an allergy. I apologize for forcing you to become a lab mem. You don't have to come again.
I wasn't planning on it.
But know this, Christina.
Don't call me Christina.
Lab mem number 4 will be a retired number. That number is yours forever. I finished my speech and turned my back on Kurisu. I won't look back. I walk away slowly with my eyes closed. It's kind of hard to walk like this. I hope I don't bump into anyone. Wait, am I even walking straight?
You look ridiculous.
My shoulder is suddenly pulled from behind. I brace myself so I don't fall backwards. What are you doing? You've ruined my perfectly staged exit scene, and you call yourself my assistant!
No, I don't call myself her assistant. Besides, I still have something to ask you.
Damn it, her stubbornness has already returned.
I asked you about this before, but you said you got stabbed, right? No, you said I got stabbed. That's completely fucking different. Demand an explanation.
Ah yes, the other real-life phenomenon that is yet to be explained. That was just something I hallucinated. Let's just leave it at that for now.
Why would you dream about me?
I don't know. It wasn't a dream. It was a hallucination.
You said something about Dr. Nakabachi, didn't you?
Dr. Nakabachi held a time machine presentation at Radicon that day.
That presentation was cancelled because of the satellite crash.
So it seems, but in my hallucination, the presentation proceeded as planned. Mayuri and I went to see it, And you came over to flirt with me.
私はナンパ
I
なん
don't
てしな
flirt,
い
especially not with idiots like you.
あんたみたいなバカに
Like I said, it wasn't real, okay? No, maybe this world isn't what's real. I would explain the riddle of the foam wave names to change. In this world is some kind of simulation, then we could disregard the laws of physics.
現実逃避
Escapism?
意外
That's
と危険ね
unexpectedly chicken of you.
It's a hypothesis. Your favorite thing.
それで
So who stabbed me?
私
Who
は
tell
誰
me
に
it
刺され
was
たの
you?
I recall the sight of Kurisu collapsed in a puddle of blood. It sent shivers down my spine. Was that really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood. You were already dead when I got there. I didn't see who did it.
わからないの
I don't get it. Why do I have to die in your
私
mind?
だとはいえ
You have something
殺されなく
against
てはい
me?
けないのよ
Of course not. At that time, we had only just spoken once.
We
were strangers. Well, that one time we talked was during the events I imagined. So strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her was what I read in a magazine. Anyway, we didn't know each other. That's why I ran away instead of calling for an ambulance.
白状者
My hero.
What? You want me to go back in time and give you CPR or something? I'll need to use the foam wave name subject to change for that.
もういいわ
I've heard enough.
今後
No more hallucinations about me dying, okay?
他人の
Dying
夢の
isn't
中とはい
fun,
え
even if it's in
自分
someone
が殺
else's
されてる
head.
と思ったらいい気分は
I can't make any guarantees. That would require perfect 24-hour surveillance inside my brain.
本当にあんたって
You have a comeback for
ああ言
everything,
えば
don't
こう言
you?
うわね
Kurisu shakes her head in exasperation, then turns and walks off toward the station. Looks like she wants to end the conversation. In revenge for last time, I grabbed Kurisu's slender shoulder from behind.
What now?
I'm not done talking.
喧嘩売って
You
るだ
trying to pick a fight?
It's revenge for ruining my flawless scene. Flawless? It's revenge for ruining my farewell scene, Christina. You shall regret your thoughtless actions.
はいはいわかりま
Okay,
した
okay, fine. What is it?
何よ
About the IBM 5100.
剣だ
I don't know what
言
you're
われても知ら
talking
ないわ
about.
よ
Do not know them, forget about it. Farewell! We will not meet again. I turn my back to Kurisu. This time I'll make a perfect...
言いかけたの
Hey,
もやめないで
don't tell me you
気
forgot
持ち
about
悪いで
it.
しょ
She grabs my arm. Damn it, this is the second time!
IBN
What about the... What is the IBM 5 whatever?
The IBM 5100. It's a retro PC from 1975. I'm looking for one.
Yeah? What are you gonna do with it?
何に使うつもり
Looks like she's interested. She was the same way when she came to the lab. I guess this girl is just brimming with curiosity. Interested? Kurisu quickly averts her eyes. She doesn't let go of my arm. You're interested, aren't you?
少しだけよ
Just a little.
And I shall answer. The IBM 5100 is the key to unlocking CERN's most closely guarded secrets.
セルン
CERN? You mean...
あの
the
セルン
CERN?
Indeed. Through the tireless efforts of my faithful lab members, we've uncovered evidence that CERN is researching time travel.
タイムトラベルについて研究している痕跡がある。
Come, be astonished!
バカみたい聞いて
Great.
損した
I shouldn't have asked.
Kurisu gives me a cold glare, then lets go and starts walking away. This time she's gone for good. Damn you. Just you watch. I will expose CERN's secrets if it's the last thing I do. Well, I think I'm gonna leave this episode off here looking at my recordings and the time it actually is. Jesus Christ, I need to go to bed. This is Sunday night. I have work tomorrow. I'm gonna look like shite. Then again, what's new? Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Steins Gate. If you liked the video in any capacity, give the video a like down below. Leave a comment on, I don't know. My brain's like, I don't know what to... I still am convinced that what's her name? Amame. I'm still convinced that Amame is tighter. Because, I don't know, everything seems to just make sense. But, yeah. As for everyone else, I don't know. Don't know where they fit into this plot somehow. But they will. And I know horrible things will probably happen at some point. It always does with time travel. Anyway, if you want to keep up to date whenever I post videos on this, or the Somnium Files, yes, I've decided on which game I'm playing. The first episode went up. There's probably... If I remember, there's a card in the corner. So you can go and watch that, but... Yeah, that's a thing. If you want to keep up to date whenever I post videos on either of those, or anything else that I may or may not post in the future. I don't know why I phrased it like that. I don't have anything planned. But yeah, if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post videos, you can subscribe to the channel. In theory, YouTube sends you alerts as to when I post videos, but don't fucking know anymore. Doesn't seem to work. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been Nix, and hopefully next time I come to record an episode of this, I can read better. Laters!